Markets on Wall Street surged to a new record high overnight. This is as investors in America prepare for the new financial year. Let's bring in our business reporter, Edward Boyd. Ed, banks and gold companies, some of the best performers on our market over the past 12 months.
Yeah, it was the second best year. Well, it was the best year for the ASX 200 since 2021. The stock market had a bit of a tumultuous time. It gained a lot of value early in the year, and then you can see there it dropped away around April when US President Trump announced his tariffs. But since then, there's been a massive recovery for the ASX 200, and it's finished the year up a little bit over 10%. If we go to the next page, we can look at some of the top performers over the past 12 months. Austal at the top of the screen, up about 150%. Regis Resources, a gold mining company. A lot of gold miners did really well thanks to the gold price reaching record highs. Evolution Mining is another gold miner. You've also got two technology companies there on the screen. Plus, on the next page, these are some other top performers. Gold Road Resources in the middle of the screen, another gold company. You've also got Pro Medicus, which is in the healthcare sector with cloud-based radiology imaging. You've got a couple of fund managers there. And obviously, JB Hi-Fi and Qantas. Qantas in particular bounced back strongly. If we go to the next page, though, we can look at some of the companies that didn't do too well during the previous financial year. IDP Education, they've basically placed students into education courses around the world, and as countries have cut back on immigration and universities have cut the number of students they take, that share price is down more than 75%. Then you've got Mineral Resources and Pilbara Minerals, two mining stocks. Mining companies in general have been sold off over the past 12 months, mainly due to the demand from China falling as China's economy has struggled. Then you've got PolyNovo, which makes synthetic skin for burns victims, has had a tough year, and Nufarm, an agribusiness, it underperformed. On next page here, we've got some other stocks that didn't do very well. Domino's Pizza and Webjet are both related to discretionary spending. So obviously Aussie consumers have tightened up their wallets due to higher interest rates. We know rates are starting to fall, so the outlook for those companies is a little bit better. You've got Helios, which is a pathology company. They've been dealing with rising costs in the health sector. Then you've got Platinum Asset Management, it's a fund manager. There was a takeover attempt, which hasn't worked out. So the share price is down there. And then Iluka Resources, another mining company, which has struggled due to China's economic woes. But overall, it was the best year for the ASX 200 since 2021, rising a bit over 10%. So Investors Law would be very happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is 3 years on a pretty good run as well. I'm not surprised about Webjet, I've got to say, Ed, because on average, I'm paying $15 for a coffee here at the moment in the US. Sometimes it's 17, sometimes it's 12, but it's never cheaper than that. Anyway, let's check on the market this morning. As I said, it's just opened. How's it looking today?
It's actually looking pretty good. It was like yesterday, it was meant to be flat this morning, but we should have a full frame graphic we can put up showing the market's actually up 0.4% again. So American companies hit new record highs overnight. I know the markets have just finished trading just a couple of hours ago in the States where you are, and that's given us a solid lead in. So ASX 200 up about 0.4%. And just on Webjet, they actually split their business in two, and that's one of the reasons as well why the share price has come off, because they demerged themselves. Basically, the value of the company has fallen because it's gone into two separate businesses. But I get what you're saying. Coffees in America, incredibly expensive at $15. It sounds a bit crazy.
Yeah, it is. Look, I have oat milk, but surely that doesn't make up $10 of the price that I would normally pay in Australia. But yeah, really expensive here for us in the US at the moment.